Hey, Yasir here with another detailed fitness video. And today I would like to talk about the things we find in our vehicles. As detailers, we're inside of people's personal space. So they have all kind of things in the car. I heard stories of people finding drugs, drug paraphernalia, um, other personal items that belong to people, um, intimate intimacies, or what do you want to call those things? Intimates. But anyhow, yeah, there's all kind of stuff that people find in their vehicles, whether it's a work truck, a work vehicle, or a personal vehicle. And in this case, firearms. People have weapons, and they may have a firearm. So it could be in the glove box, the console, but in this case, it's out in the open, kind of in between the seats. So not necessarily in the open, but in between the seats, so you can see it. So what do? The first thing, if the owner's around, ask them to remove it. That's if you're comfortable. I would go take it another step. But if you're uncomfortable, just don't touch it, or at the very least, move it into a safe place, like put it inside the console or inside the glove box. If it's already inside of one of those spaces or under the seat in the little compartments that some cars have, leave it there. Don't touch it. Just maybe clean around the area, and that's it. I've actually been with someone and they came across a firearm and they nearly jumped out of the car. So deal with it from your comfort level. I don't suggest everybody do this, but if you're familiar like myself with firearms, what I typically do, I take the pistol. If it's a pistol, if it's a long gun like a rifle or something, I typically just leave it where it is, because it's going to probably be in a truck and under the back seat. But if it's a pistol, I drop the magazine and clear it. So it's clear because there's nothing in it anyway. So I put the magazine there and reholster it and place it there on the center console, or you can put it up on the dash. And notice where the muzzle is pointing. It's away from the interior of the car, so it's going to point. If it were to go off, if there was a round, if you forgot to clear it, it would go into the dash. So another thing I like to do is depending on where I am, because I do mobile work as well. So if I'm out in the open, one thing I like to do, take the magazine and keep control of it and put it in my pocket so I know where it is. And only the reason I leave the firearm out in the open is because that reminds me to put it back where I got it from. That's the first thing. And also, I know to put the magazine back in it, because if I put it in the glove box or in the console, I may forget, and I may have something in my pocket, just don't realize. I may be down the road by the time I realize I got a magazine in my pocket. In the back pocket, I'm going to sit on it, so it's going to remind me. But after a while, detailing, sitting on it, I'm probably going to move it. But that's one of the things that I put it in my front pocket. So that's the reason I leave it out in the open, so I'll see it, and it's a reminder that I need to replace the magazine, reinsert the magazine, and put it back in the place where I got it from. And also, what I do once I'm done with the detail, I let the owner know that I cleared their weapon, and that if they had a round chamber, and let them know that there's no round chamber, so they won't be in a situation where they need to use it and it goes click, and it doesn't fire. So that's just letting the customer know what you've done inside their vehicle, and making sure they're safe as well, because they may need it. Hopefully not, but never know. Anyhow, that's just a tip I wanted to share with you when you encounter a firearm. If you're not comfortable with it, at the very least, take it, put it in the glove box, put it in the console, get it out of your way, and don't touch it again. And that's the easiest thing to do. For me, I just like to make sure I put it back where it was when I'm detailing the car. I just like, that's just a personal thing with me. So the owner will know when they'll know to reach for it. So anyway, or they're looking for it and they can't find it, so they'll know where it is. They'll know that it's back in this spot, or they may not remember that it's in the glove box or something, so they may be calling you at all times of the night. Whether or not did you steal my gun? So, so those are just something. That's just something to consider. Share your tips when you encounter a weapon, or in any other stories you may have about firearms or things you found in the car, because I'm sure it gets interesting in terms of what people have in their cars. I have some stories as well. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you on the next go round.